The Woodcutter and the Golden Touch. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by a vast forest, lived a poor woodcutter named Durham. He had little in wealth, but a heart full of dreams. He lived in a humble cottage with his beloved daughter, Mira, who was the light of his life. Though he struggled to make ends meet, he always found joy in her laughter. However, deep within his heart, Durham carried a seed of greed. He often dreamed of riches, gold, and a life where he wouldn't have to work so hard every day. One sunny morning, while cutting wood in the forest, Durham heard a soft cry for help. Curious, he followed the sound and found a beautiful fairy tangled in the vines of a thick bush. She looked weak and distressed. "My wand, it fell nearby, and without it I cannot free myself," she pleaded. Durham saw the glowing wand not far away, but instead of helping right away, his mind filled with thoughts of gain. "I'll help you," he said, "but only if you promise to grant me whatever I ask in return." The fairy, desperate, had no choice. "Very well," she said reluctantly. Durham freed her and handed her the wand. The moment she held it, light returned to her eyes. "Ask now," she said, brushing off the dirt from her shimmering robes. "I want the power that whatever I touch becomes gold," he declared. The fairy's smile vanished. "Be careful," she warned. "This gift may become your curse. Gold cannot replace love or life." But Durham, blinded by dreams of wealth, refused to listen. "Just give me the power." With a wave of her wand, she granted his wish and disappeared into the trees. At first Durham was ecstatic. He touched a log of wood. It turned into solid gold. He touched stones, leaves, his axe. All turned to gold. "I am rich! I am rich!" he cried, dancing with joy. He rushed home and told Mira. "Our days of poverty are over." Mira, curious and delighted to see her father so happy, ran to hug him. Without thinking, Durham stretched out his hand, and in a blink, Mira turned into a golden statue. The world fell silent. Durham froze, his joy shattered like glass. His heart screamed in pain. He tried to shake her, cry to her, begged her to return. But she was cold, lifeless and shining gold. He tried everything, washing her, covering her in blankets, praying to the gods. Nothing worked. Realizing his terrible mistake, Durham ran back into the forest, to the place where he had met the fairy. For hours he cried, shouting into the woods, "Please, please come back. I was wrong. I've lost everything. I was blinded by greed." His sobs echoed through the trees until, as if carried by the wind, the fairy appeared again. "I warned you," she said softly, looking at the broken man before her. "I know," he whispered. "I was so greedy, I forgot what truly mattered. I'd give up all the gold in the world just to hear my daughter laugh again. Please forgive me." The fairy looked into his eyes and said, "True wealth lies not in gold, but in the hearts that love us. Greed blinds us to what we already have. Power without wisdom only brings pain. Happiness that costs you your loved ones is not happiness at all." Seeing the sincerity in his tears, she raised her wand and reversed the curse. Mira's golden form shimmered and slowly turned back into the warm, smiling daughter he had nearly lost. Durham held her tightly, crying with gratitude. From that day forward, Durham lived a humble, honest life. He never asked for riches again. He taught others the lessons he had learned and raised Mira with even more love than before. He became known in the village not as the poor woodcutter, but as the wise man who once touched gold but chose love instead. Moral of the story: greed can blind us to what truly matters. In chasing gold, don't lose the hearts that make life worth living. True wealth lies in love, family, and gratitude, not in what glitters. If you like my story, please like, comment, and subscribe my channel.